Welcome to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky. What is a reverse mortgage? Now, we've seen the star of Magnum PI, Tom Selleck, in commercials in the United States promoting reverse mortgages. And here in Canada, we have world champion figure skater, choreographer, and commentator Kurt Browning. They talk about reverse mortgages, but a lot of people don't understand the product. We'll figure out the pros and cons of a reverse mortgage and talk about the golden triangle of happiness. Today, I'm joined by Yvonne Ziomecki Fisher. She's Executive Vice President, Marketing and Distribution, HomeEquity Bank. Yvonne's also the co-author of the book Home Run. Yvonne, welcome to Empowered. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me on, Elizabeth.
So let's begin. What is Home Equity Bank and what do they do?
So, Home Equity Bank is a leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. We've been in business for almost 40 years, and we are best known under the brand of CHIP, Canadian Home Income Plan.
So, we're all talking about reverse mortgages here, but let's step back for a moment and talk about how important is home ownership today.
I think home ownership is important today more than it's ever been. For a lot of people, it's a way to get into creating some wealth for them and for their families. I came from Poland when I was 18, and I knew my Canadian dream was buying a house. And I feel a lot of people have the same feelings. People who buy homes tend to be more financially advanced than people who are renters. I mean, there's some really disciplined renters who are great savers, but what ends up happening is by owning a home, you're creating wealth, then you get into the retirement years and you have an option in addition to your pension and in addition to your savings to use the home equity in your house to supplement your income in retirement. So I'm a big fan of home ownership. The earlier the better, because you get the appreciation of your asset over time.
Okay, so let's actually dig deep here. Reverse mortgages. Can you explain exactly what a reverse mortgage is?
Yes, people get scared by the word reverse and they think it's a complex product or difficult to understand. It's actually very simple. It's a loan. It's a mortgage. It's for people who are 55 years old or older. Our average client is about 72 years old. And basically what happens is we advance you a mortgage, and you don't have to make any payments. So that's the reverse component of a reverse mortgage. You don't make any payments until you move out of the house or sell the house or pass away. So interest accrues over time. It's not like there's no interest, but in terms of giving you a little bit of a break on payments or cash flow, it's a very popular product. It's increased in popularity over the last decade since I joined the bank, for people getting, in retirement, looking to supplement income, looking to pay out conventional mortgages where now with higher interest rates, they just can't keep up with payments. It's a really, really good option for older Canadians to consider.
So there's a lot of stigma attached to reverse mortgages as well. What do you say to that?
I would say there's some stigma attached to it. I think, for a long time, we've been in business, like I said, for almost 40 years. For a lot of time, people used to think about a reverse mortgage as a loan of last resort, or for people who couldn't buy food for the last few days of the month. That's not the case. It's for a lot more people. People are using it to pay off debts, but also helping family, investing, traveling, etc. The stigma, some of it comes from US, where there were a lot of issues with reverse mortgages and homeowners were being kicked out of their homes. And I think some of the stigma comes from people just not understanding the product, and again, that word reverse makes people nervous. Maybe they've heard stories that are not necessarily true. So we always tell people, do your research, ask around, read the book Home Run, get as much information as possible, and then form your own opinions.
So would you suggest it for your parents or your grandparents, or would you do it for yourself?
So I was divorced, and now I'm remarried. And when I was a single mom with two kids, I thought that that was one of the best solutions for me going into retirement. I had a home, I had a lot of equity built up in the house, and I thought, when the girls are on their own, when I'm on my own in my later years, it would be
Hold,
something I
Yvonne,
would
hold
definitely
that
consider.
thought. hold that thought. My apologies. We'll be right back. So please don't go away.